Kamusta lahat kayo?
Good day to everybody.
Yes.
Good day to everyone who's in different parts of the world, di ba?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Yes.
sa Amerika, hindi ba? Nag-celebrate sila. Nag-celebrate.
But
Parang
now around the
Thanksgiving
world
week.
as
Around the world.
Canada,
Oo.
meron din.
Alam mo, a lot to be thankful for all the time, di ba? Alalahanin natin na, maraming bagay na naging biyaya sa buhay ng tao. Kaya we should always make every day a Thanksgiving day. We end our day always thanking for all the blessings, the love that we have with one another, di ba?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, sa ating mga taga-pakinig, okay, ng
Medyo
ating mga
lumiit
kasama.
ang mga comments. Mahirap basahin ngayon.
Lumit ang aming screen dahil kami,
Ay, oo. And here we're greeting Matt Resurrection from Silang Cavite.
Maulan daw sa kanila.
Harry Yumol.
Hello.
And Gemini Rose.
May
Baga-bigat.
baga-bigat.
Oo.
Harry. Okay.
And Milay Royo. And
Gemini.
Jacqueline Aromin. Hello,
Okay.
everybody.
Teka, batiin ka lang muna yung ating kaibigan na governor sa Ilocos Norte, si Govmat. Bumisita sila 2 weeks ago dito sa amin sa La Union.
Naging visitors.
Oo, at saka yung kanyang mga staff. They came to the farm. Hindi siya nakadalo pero nagsisisi rin. Sabi niya, sayang sana nakapunta ako when they saw the pictures. Diba?
Tsaka baka nagtataka rin ang background natin.
Yeah,
Sabi ni Iba, baka ibang show na ito.
We're
no?
at the farm now, no? Kung saan
Iba
kami
po ang
nakatira.
aming venue for this
Na
show.
iba kami.
Yes.
Para naman maiba ng konti. Kasi doon sa, we're in the, medyo, the backdrop namin is a black bamboo.
Yeah.
Okay?
One of the things we're thankful for
Yeah.
because it's so beautiful.
So beautiful. At
Yes.
saka yung mga halaman dito sa Lotus Valley na nagsisilakihan.
Masaya sila dito.
Lumalaki masyado ang mga puno. Tapos syempre pag ang mga puno ay nasisihan sa isang lugar, then they go in their
Tumataba.
they grow in their majestic
Lulusog.
way. Ang kagandahan yan, alam nyo? Kagandahan yan. Mas naibibigay nila yung kanilang mga, kumbaga masaya
Biyaya
sila,
sa
yung
atin,
biyaya
ano?
at naibibigay. Tapos kagandahan yan, hindi lang para sa atin, kundi the wildlife.
Oh, yan.
Ang daming nakikinabang.
At saka itong black bamboo na ito, nagamit na para gawing kubo. Hindi
Yes.
ba? Isang cottage. A beautiful cottage.
And I heard ang shoots nito is really masarap. But we haven't tried it pa.
Okay, kasi
Kasi
medyo
pinapalago namin sila.
pinapadami namin para naman, sayang naman pag bunutin mo yung isang shoot. There goes one pole.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's an expensive dish immediately.
Yes.
Makakainin mo.
But that's one thing good for bamboo, ang dami niyang use. Pwede siya sa furniture, pwede siya sa food. They even make towels now with this.
Yeah.
They make
Bamboo
fabrics.
Bamboo fabric.
Alam nyo, dito sa atin, dahil sa ating bansa, may malaking movement to really develop the bamboo as a means for housing, for furnitures and things, no?
Sustainable
Pero
source kasi
flooring
siya.
na meron ng floors made of bamboo.
Yes.
Diba?
Kasi lahanin natin. Bamboo, like the bamboo behind us here, sa likod, she's almost 7 years old.
Kapal-kapal. Dabo-dabo.
Yung isang ganyan, pag binilang namin yung pole recently, pina-account ko sa tao sa mga farmers namin. Behind us is 175 poles.
Wow. Eh, nabawasan na yan the other
Yeah,
year.
and alalahanin nyo,
Yeah, dumadami siya.
isang halaman, isang species, isang halaman lang yan If given the right situation, she can produce up to 32 to 35 poles per year. Ayan yung nakikita nyo, berde yung kulay.
Bago.
Yan yung bagong pole.
poles.
July, August yan, lumabas nung nagsuhit siya. Nag-shoot. Ngayon, ganun pa rin yung number niya. Ganun pa rin kadami. So sinasabi ko lang sa aming mga katiwala dito, sabi ko, tanggalin na natin yung mga old poles kasi para naman may spasyo pa sila, may space. Alam nyo, saka sayang naman na sila. Alam nyo, itong particular kawayan species nito, kung sa iba, nagbabawas na lang sila ng number of poles.
Mm.
But no, this particular bamboo area, she's very
It's
happy.
going, oo. Yeah, so we're very thankful for this bamboo, no? She's given us very much.
Ay,
Oo.
at saka siya, one of the most popular spots to get pictures taken.
She actually draws people
It
to our
draws people
place.
to this place just to see this particular black bamboo.
Napaka-unique kasi. Diba? Hindi kayo makakahanap anywhere. Yeah, in the Philippines, except siguro special areas.
Yeah, kasi ang tingin ng tao dito, it's all it's all for aesthetics.
Oo.
Meron ka lang isa, then alagaan mo. Ito hindi, dito sa Lotus Valley, ang dami niya ng anak. Siguro we planted close to 140 na.
Wow, ang dami.
So anyway, pag-usapan natin ang ating talakayan ngayong araw. Oh, batiin ko muna si Salditan. Ay, magandang umaga.
Oy, yes.
Matagal na tayong
And si Angel Gonzalo.
Angel
Yes.
Gonzalo.
Oo.
Magandang umaga sa inyo. Okay, Thanksgiving. Siyempre. Okay, ano bang
Pwede
ating...
ba ako
Oh,
mag-share?
Sure.
Sabi ng na isang ancient philosopher Epictetus, sabi niya, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has.
Oo.
Okay.
Kailangan talaga, we are grateful for what we have.
Yeah.
If we are grateful for what we have, then we are really rich.
Yes.
Daw, sabi nila.
And we overlook, kung wala ka nito, don't make a big fuss, wala ka nito, pero bilangin mo yung meron ka. At
Yes.
yun talagang you will be very grateful for. Di ba?
You know, there are cultures in Southeast Asia, there are certain countries, you know, in the ancient, not that far, in the recently, in last 50 years, unfortunately na itong particular country na to, parang nawala yung culture nila na yon, yung practice nila na, kung ako isang magsasaka, eh siyempre magsasaka lahat sila ng araw. Kung ako'y umaasenso, ayokong hindi ko ipapakita sa aking kapitbahay na kumbaga na umaasenso ako.
Oo.
Yung pag-asenso ko, I will not,
You mean he doesn't flaunt his riches?
no, he will
Oo.
not try to
Pagyayabang.
make
Hindi siya nagyayabang.
his neighbors uncomfortable.
Oo, parang mainggit sila.
Mainggit sila.
Oo.
Oo.
And to be that way,
Tahimik lang
sabi
siya.
rin doon sa kanilang kultura na yun, yung nature of being thankful ang naging emphasis doon sa kultura na yun.
Oo.
Yes. Actually, there are philosophers who say that gratitude is actually the mother of all the other virtues.
Yes. Oo.
Kasi pagka grateful ka na tao,
Mm-mm.
na-appreciate mo lahat ng tao, nakaka-empathy ka, kamukha yun, iisip niya yung kanilang mga lesser
Yes.
fortunate
So,
individuals.
yung
no?
nature nila, ibig sabihin nun, ang yung feeling niya, yung empathy niya sa iba, nagsishare siya kung anong meron siyang nadagdagan na wala yung iba.
Oo, dahil nga sa empathy niya,
Yeah.
no? He feels for them that they
Yes.
need also more.
Kaya nga meron din kasabihan dito na pride slays thanksgiving. Baka pinapatay niya yung
Oo.
gratitude.
Kasi parang feeling niya,
Pride,
feeling
diba?
niya deserving
Oo.
siya. Oo.
But a humble mind is the soil out of which thanks naturally grow.
Ayun,
A
talaga
proud
siya.
man is seldom a grateful man, for he never thinks he gets as much as he deserves.
Ayun na nga.
Ay,
Kaya nga
diba?
importante ang gratitude sa atin lahat eh.
Ah,
Yung
Yes.
proud man talagang parang kulang pa ito.
That from
Oo.
pride grows envy, hatred, greed, all
Right.
those things. But from gratitude, the other beautiful virtues grow from that. You know, giving thanks is actually so good for us. It doesn't just make us feel good, but it's really good for us health-wise, no? In body,
Yes.
in mind, in spirit. Kasi halimbawa, did you know that if you have the habit of saying thank you to others, it actually lowers your stress level. It lowers your anxiety level, even your blood pressure, bababa, no? Pero ang nag-i-increase yung good mood,
Oo.
yung ating immune system lumalakas, no? And even we sleep better, and it also makes our relationships better. Because our relationships are better, we're happier.
Mm-mm.
No? Ang dami niyang benefits. So let's make gratitude a habit.
Yeah.
Kasi yung habit, it becomes part of our character later on, di ba?
Actually, it promotes also physical and emotional,
Well-being.
mental well-being.
Exactly.
Diba?
Exactly. Oo.
Many times kasi when the nature of a person, kung meron kang ganyan,
Mm-mm.
the physiological effects sa loob, minsan kasi hindi natin nakikita yun eh.
Mm-mm.
Di ba?
Yes.
Hindi natin nadadama yun. Katulad yung gratitude and pasasalamat mo palagi, the makeup of sa brain mo,
Yeah, it's really good for your brain.
what hormones is
The
released,
oxytocin, yeah.
oxytocins,
Yeah.
yan ang lumalabas, ano? Nagiging dominant siya. Kesa yung mga
Yung mga cortisol, yung stress
cortisol
hormones,
is
bumababa.
bumababa.
Bumababa yan when we are being grateful.
So it's the same effect as, if you're exercising,
Yes.
good hormones come out.
Oo.
You know?
Yes.
And it's stimulated, it's produced. Ang kagandahan yan. Ito, you see, kadalasan natin, what do I need to exercise so hard and sweat it out to be able to experience such rush? But no, you don't have to. It's the nature that we have been gifted with. That if you are this way, how you see things, how you value things in life, inside of you, yung response yan, ganun din.
Oo.
So
Speaking of
not,
energy,
you're
no?
not so tight.
Yes,
Hindi
yes.
stale yung energy mo. You're not like gray, yung parang may madilim na
Clouds.
bumabagyo sa
Speaking of exercise, di ba sinasabi nila exercise begets energy, right?
Right.
So actually, being thankful is like that. It ups your energy levels. Kaya it can pull you out of depression. Sabi pa nga nila, yung mga may PTSD, nababawas yung PTSD nila when they are, when they think about the things that they should, post-traumatic stress disorder. There's less of that if they are grateful people. Instead of ruminating, kasi instead of keeping thinking of the bad things that happen to them, they're able to see na, oh, at least I'm happy I'm still alive. I'm happy I still have one leg. If I lost the other leg, no? They look at the optimistic side.
Yes.
So, even, alam mo, it's also for longevity, humahaba ang buhay daw ng
Yes.
tao. It slows down at the aging process kasi it's good for our neurons
Yes.
to be optimistic and thankful.
Yes. Oo. Kaya very important yung attitude natin and perception kung paano natin nakikita in life yung nangyayari sa paligid natin.
Yes.
Sabi nga ni Charles Dickens, he is a writer, sabi niya, reflect upon your present blessings of which every man has plenty.
Oo.
Not
If we're
on-
looking at it,
Yeah,
no?
not on your past misfortunes of which all men have some. Di ba lahat naman meron talagang naging problema in the past.
Oh, lahat
Pero
naman
kung
tayo
ngayon,
dadaan dyan.
Kung ngayon ang titingnan natin yung blessings, mas marami naman, di ba?
Maganda nga daw, you have the attitude of gratitude.
Oh, yung
Always.
attitude of gratitude. Very easy to remember, di
Yes.
ba?
It rhymes.
It rhymes.
Oh, di ba?
Okay, poetic pala yan. Attitude.
So we should always, kaya sa inyong cellphone, pagbukas, the attitude of gratitude.
Oo, yan ang
Sorry,
maganda.
meron
Gawin na
kayong mga
natin
reminders
habit.
sa ating
Alam mo,
buhay.
Wake up that way, go to bed that,
That
way.
way.
Wake up and then, di ba when we wake up, thank you Lord for, keeping me alive,
Yeah.
and I still can get up from bed and do
Yes.
things
Or
at
you're-
midnight.
you
Say
start
thanks
to-
for what you
alam
have
niyo,
had that day.
Hindi ba sa buhay natin, every person, sa bata man o senior na, we always have mentors.
No,
Oh,
yes.
We all have mentors.
Yes.
And we thank them
And we
for
thank them all the
that
time.
they've given us.
And then there are sometimes, when nowadays kasi, when the matter becomes more dominant sa buhay natin.
You mean material things?
Yes,
Oo.
nagiging ganun tayo masyado, malakas yung connection natin doon and not so refined.
Oo.
Kadalasan yan, nagbibilang tayo palagi niyan.
Oo.
Di ba? Bilang ng bilang. Uy, nawala. Oh, nasira. Oh, ganito.
Or this is how much money
Oh,
I have
this-
today, and
no.
tomorrow I should have more.
Di ba? Then pagdating sa gabi, imbis na maisip mo yung pasasalamat,
Oo.
Ay, nalugi yata ako ngayong araw. Ay, siya may kasalanan. Ay, ganito. So, alam niyo mangyayari?
Accounting and finance
Alam niyo
yata.
mangyayari dyan?
Oo.
Hindi kayo makakatulog.
Oh, yun na nga. Kaya nga, if you have gratitude, you sleep better nga daw eh.
Ano nga, lalo na yung mga tao kasi yung pag sa stock market, akyat baba, tapos kahit yung dollar exchange rate,
Sobrang stressful
monitor,
yan.
nakaka-stress
Oo.
talaga. You know?
Grabe.
At saka you mentioned something about our mentors. May nagsabi, si John F. Kennedy, very popular person, sabi niya na we must find the time to stop and thank the people who made a difference in our
In our
lives.
lives.
And that's many ha, when you
Oh,
think
the
about
people
it.
who made the difference.
Pahaba ng pahaba ang lista dapat niyan, no?
Oo.
Oh, speaking of lista, this is one of the things that psychologists give, they advise that we should have a journal of gratitude. Every day, write down at least 3 things that you're thankful for. And then if you keep going, if that's you make it a habit, or even just 1 month, you do that. Ang effect daw doon, napaka beneficial for so long. Kasi when you're depressed, tingnan mo and you realize,
Yes.
oh nga no, there's so much to be thankful for. So it becomes a habit na rin.
In fact, there
No.
was a story of one soldier who was deployed abroad. And when he died, he died. So yung mga gamit niya, binalik
Binigay
sa
sa-
pamilya. There was one note there that he always kept kasama niya lagi. Was a note na sinulat ng mga classmates niya when he was young. How they appreciated him.
Yeah.
The good things that they saw in him.
Oo.
So very he was so happy to receive that note na yun hanggang gera, dala-dala niya yung note na yun.
Kasi you need a reminder of the good times no?
Yes. Oo.
When-
Teka muna.
If bad times happen.
Dumadami na yung ating babatiin.
Yes.
Okay,
Can
Yogi
you see
Padilla,
that
good
better?
morning. Good morning.
Oo.
Helen Oclarit is joining us today.
Rosalina Roscano, good morning from Okinawa.
Yan.
And Paul Dizon.
Katrino
yes.
also.
Kamusta ka na?
Very Enriquez from Zambales.
The Manigo
And
tribe
Matt
of LU.
Resurrection.
Oo.
Look, he has a message for us. Can you read that? Can you enlarge it a little bit?
Yes.
Oo.
Ayun. Sino yung yun kay...
It's
I'm
about
grateful to you
empowering.
for
Yeah.
sharing knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. and
We are also
enlightening
grateful to
me.
you
Oo.
for
Everyone.
joining us. And my Nigo tribe also has a message. Sabi niya, incredibly grateful for all you do. Every day is an opportunity to give thanks to the source of all sources.
Very nice. Totoo.
Very
Shall not
wonderful
forget.
message.
Oo.
And Milay Royo is also saying something. Sabi niya na no matter how hard the past, you can always begin again.
Yeah.
That's from Buddha. Okay.
Oo, we look forward.
Oh,
Di
Oh,
ba?
always
Hindi
forward-looking
backward.
tayo.
Oo.
A person who has gratitude all the time. Hindi siya looking back palagi kung ano bang naging problema.
Oh,
Hindi,
yeah.
forward-looking ang kanyang attitude.
At saka rin, we are beekeepers, yeah. And from bees, we learned that, bees, di sila naghahanap ng problema. Hinahanap nila honey, yung sweetness. So we should be like the bees, not the bangaw. Kasi di ba, ano ba hinahanap ng bangaw? Puro mga sugat, mga basura, mga poop,
Yeah.
Oh.
So we should be like the bees. We look for the things that are wonderful that we can be thankful for.
Alam mo, merong isang nagkwento, sabi niya, if you list down also yung the imperfections, ito naman lilista mo imperfections that you find. So sa people na titingnan mo yung imperfections nila, haba daw ng listahan, daming imperfections nakikita. Tapos sabi mo, pag sinabi mo sa kanya, isulat mo yung imperfections mo, ay, ang tagal mag-isip daw. Parang hirap na hirap siya makita yung imperfections
It's the
niya.
attitude
Oo.
That's the problem.
So, mas madali siya makakita ng imperfection ng iba kaysa sa sarili niya.
Oo. But if you're like that, you're probably the type who is aggressive, who is depressive also, That's why we need to turn that around and go on the better side, no?
So, yung listahan, dapat yung good ang
Yeah.
ililista.
Oo.
Kaya nga, mas maganda rin. Kaya pag meron tayong nakikilalang tao, it's easier to relate with them. It's easier to, deal with them kasi nga nakikita natin yung goodness nila.
Yeah.
A person with gratitude always is a friend to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Oo.
Kaya nga
Yan eh.
relationships are good.
Yes,
Oo.
relationships talagang
Kasi hindi na niya
prosperous.
tinitingnan nga yung bad in the others
Right.
Ang na-appreciate niya yung good.
And kumbaga na ang prinsipyo ng tao, kahit saan sa mapadpad, kahit anong uring trabaho, hindi nagbabago ang anyo niyan.
Mm-mm.
You know, kunyari meron dyan yung, alam niyo, yung
May
mga,
good virtue
yeah, the
siya.
virtue is the
Oo.
quality of the way the person is.
Nice character.
The character, kasi ang ating pinag-uusapan palaging ganun you know. So, these are puntos. Kumbaga dapat natututo tayo na, okay, there are qualities like this. Kasi minsan, it's the purity of a person's consciousness and his heart.
Oo.
You know, somebody sent me this little story. Sabi, there's a man, he was traveling. He was moving to another city.
Okay.
And he met a wise man.
Mhm.
And then he told the wise man, you know, I'm new in this place. What are the people like here? And then sabi daw sa kanya, what were the people like where you came from? Sabi niya, ay naku, they're so bad, they're greedy, they're all thieves, and ang dami niyang sinabi, no? Sabi sa kanya ng wise man, the people here are like that also. So, alis na siya. Then here comes another traveler. Tinanong na naman niya si Sir, I'm moving to this place. I come from that city over there. And sabi niya, so what are the people like here? Ang sagot ng tao, they're so good, you know, they're so helpful, they're generous, ganyan. Ang sagot daw nung the people here are like that also. So as we can see, it's the way you see others that will color. You know, it's your attitude that will affect the way you see the
Yes.
people around you.
Everybody can share something with us, you know. So let's take what the goodness that they can give.
Oo.
Kahit naman sa mga problema, kahit sa mga dinaanan natin na imamarkahan natin, ay, tragedy, ay, disaster.
Oo.
Still, meron positive side yun ng
Yes, yung
lessons
silver
learned.
lining ang
Oo.
ating
Meron
hahanapin.
tayong lessons
Oo.
learned.
Yeah, it's about learning.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
It's
because
a journey of learning.
Yes, we're given the ability to be able to reason and understand that issues like this will crop up because, you know, it's not like, is there such a thing as I will have no issues and problems in life?
No,
It's
never.
that's not the
Oo.
nature of the world we live in. The world we live in is dualities. Sometimes you feel okay, sometimes you don't feel so okay. Pero, you know, it's a matter of your consciousness and your attitude. That whether it's good or not good, you still, yung tinatahak mo pa rin yung journey mo, tuloy-tuloy, you remain steady. You're unaffected by the changes that go on because, you know, the nature of the world you live in,
May good, may bad.
you go through a sea of
Oo.
changes. There's a constant change in the nature of life in this world.
Di ba may mga stories ng mga tao na naghirap ng husto, na aksidente, they went through this great trauma but they survived it. And so what happens? They become more grateful for the life they have left. Yung parang, wow, binigyan pa rin ako ng chance, you know, to live a life, to do better. So they take each day as a great gift. So this is wonderful, no?
Oo.
We should have this attitude already without having to go through traumatic experience. No? Let's already adopt that kind of attitude.
And that's
diba?
that's an attitude that is so, kumbaga, it's a gift
Exactly. Oh.
that makes it so that our life in the world that we live in is deeper and more meaningful. Intense.
Yes.
At saka
We'll be
parang
happier.
Mas as other people na nakita nila yung dinaanan ng tao at ganito yung naging attitude na maganda, parang mas nagiging lesson din sa kanila.
Yeah,
And you
inspiration
admire,
pa nga.
an inspiration.
Oo.
I mean, you find people kahit sa politics, si Nelson Mandela, he was
Oh, yeah,
imprisoned and
tagal.
everything. Pero, my God, when he came out, he was not a bitter man.
May
no?
attitude of gratitude.
Attitude
Wow.
of gratitude,
Diba?
diba? Such an
So he's
inspiring
become a
leader.
hero really
Oo.
for everyone.
And worldwide,
Mm-mm.
hinangaan kung ano yung ginawa niya, hindi ba?
Yes.
Kahit mahirap yung dadaanan, kumbaga maganda yung makikita sa kanya, hindi ba?
It's the
A
goodness.
lot to be learned.
Yes.
Oo.
It's a lot to be thankful for all the time. Even persons you meet. Alam nyo, kahit strangers
Oh, yeah.
batiin nyo lang.
Oo.
Yes.
Batiin nyo ng in such a way na magalang or
Oo.
Mm-mm.
Be
magandang
nice,
umaga.
no?
Just be
Oo.
nice. It
Yes.
changes the dynamics immediately. No matter how bad the person's day
Sometimes
can be.
that made his day na
Yeah.
siguro, no? Because you're
kahit
kind
naman
to him.
kahit sa family natin, whether it's the parents, the children, or other relatives, they all have their problems, they all have their shortcomings.
Wala sa ating perfect
Oo,
kasi. Oo.
diba? But we still owe them something kasi one way or the other, may shinare sa atin.
Yes,
Diba?
oo.
Tinulungan tayo in different ways na minsan di natin makita yon.
Mm-mm.
Nakikita natin yung pagkukulang nila. Pero yung mga naibigay, kasi sakripisyo rin, especially
Of
for
course,
parents,
of
hindi ba yung
course.
magpalaki ng anak.
Yes.
Kaya nga yung ibang mga tao sabi, sige, hintayin nyo lang, magkapamilya kayo at magkaanak kayo, maiintindihan nyo. And then they do. You
Mm-mm.
know, the young people, oo nga pala.
You know, there are instances though when things like this. Sometimes that's the way you learn a more difficult track.
The hard.
The hard way. Some
But-
people like to learn the hard
Right,
way.
but there is such a thing that from the time that the bonding of a relationship work, kasi as parents to our child, ano yan the sacrifice, it's all unconditional. Kaya nga you call it sacrifice. You make it. Tapos, if the bonding is very strong between parents and child, there's no difficulty for the child to transit as he become more responsible in life, because he would recognize that the very caring and the very attention that I got makes it so that I can stand my ground in this world, yeah, and yet to be able to kumbaga na, I experienced the very love that my parents has given me,
Yes.
you know, that
Yeah.
unconditional love,
Yeah.
and that
That becomes your foundation
yes,
in
and
life.
then he treasures that, you
Yes.
know, and then pag naglalakad na siya or malaki na siya or tatanawin niya palagi, wow, saan nagaling yun? Hindi na siya kailangan, ay, 17, 18 ako, alis na ako sa bahay.
Oo.
Yung mga ganun ba? Actually, yung basta malalim yung bonding, hanggang habang buhay yan eh. The rest of
Actually
your
nga.
life, you're bonded together,
Yes.
your life in this world. So, kumbaga seeing each other or seeing your children grow, seeing the grandchildren come out, you know, it's the same dynamics that you go through.
Yeah.
It's about the relationship that is caring and loving.
Yes. So
That is what
you know,
you
with-
treasure most.
with children, it's never too early to teach them how to be thankful. This week, kasi I have 6 grandchildren and their ages are from 11 to 3 years old. So even at that age, I meet them once a week and we have art classes. Yeah. For this week, I had them do a thank you, a gratitude flower. They will cut out the circle in the middle of the flower and then they will make petals, no? And then on the petals, they put what they are thankful for. Let's say they want to they want to make a flower for mommy, then they write down the things that they are thankful for. Of course, you must 3 years old had to have a little help from mom writing, yeah. But you know, it makes them think, oh nga, I want to thank mommy for making me pancakes. You must, you know, it depends how old they are. They will be able to express, you know, what they're thankful for. The older ones had more wonderful things to say, but even the little ones, it was amazing, you know, what they came up with. And they made flowers for their dad, for their aunt, for the mom. You know, so even when they are young, it's good to have them go through such an exercise where they can actually remember, put down into words what they are thankful for, and give that to the person they appreciate. No, so don't wait till they're older. Even if they're little, teach them already.
Okay, let's greet Mary Salazar. Good morning from Benguet. No. And then Francis Mina. Good morning to you, Francis.
Vina
Yeah.
also.
And then Avelina Aguas. Good morning. Good morning. So,
Meron, naku,
ma'am,
excuse me.
uminom kayo
Have
muna.
a little more water. Can we see it? Maybe they're saying something we can't read it too well. Is there something they would like to share?
Okay.
Okay.
Meron, meron din, naku, nawala na yung boses ko. Meron, may sinabi
Something's got
din
stuck.
na not what we say about our blessings, but how we use them is the true meaning of thanksgiving.
Oh, yes, that's true, no? If someone gives you a gift and you use it properly, the way it was intended, then syempre the giver's happy,
Oo.
no?
So, marami
Parang
na times,
feeling mo, buti sa'yo ko binigay kasi inalagaan mo, ginamit mo ng tama.
So, meron siguro maraming blessings. Pag hindi naman ginagamit,
Mm-mm.
ano naman?
Oo, nasayang.
Okay?
Okay. And one more thing, just, this is on the physical level. Yung ating, if we are grateful people daw, it even affects their diet. They end up having better diets. A person who
Bakit?
is not very thankful, kasi if you're not thankful, you're not very happy, di ba? You're
Oo.
depressive. So you end up trying to fill this emptiness inside eating kung ano-ano. Sabi nila, those who are very thankful and happy people, they eat better diets. They eat maybe up to 20% less fat. Imagine, meron pa
Oo.
silang figures sa mga studies nila. Kasi pagka hindi ka nga naman nasa-satisfy, because thanking is a sign of satisfaction,
Contentment.
contentment. And if you're not content, syempre you have this feeling of emptiness inside. And sometimes the thing you do is to try and fill up with all kinds of food, maski ano na lang kakainin mo,
Oo.
without thinking, is that good for me or not, no?
Thus, it's easy for a person who has such attitude of gratitude, and thankfulness. Alam mo, the very content of the way you see things, the consciousness that you have in life.
Mm-mm.
You know, immediately there's always a measure. Like if something out of the kunyari hindi ba nangyayari sa buhay natin, minsan may nagagawa ka na parang, uy, hindi ako nag-isip ng tama dyan. Ba't ko nagawa
Maybe
yun?
you did
Di
it
ba?
rashly, so
Yeah.
di ka nag-isip.
So, ibig sabihin lang nun, yung feeling mo kagad, madadama mo yun eh. Mararamdaman mo kagad yan. Ngayon, katulad ng sinabi ng ang isang tao na nagmamahal at may gratitude at nagpapasalamat, nakikita niya yung value ng kanyang buhay.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the main things that affects a person's consciousness immediately. Yung
Appreciative
value and
siya
appreciative
eh.
niya sa buhay na meron
Oo.
siya. So ngayon, pangangalagaan niya, bibigyan niya ng halaga ang pag-alaga sa kanyang buhay, sa kanyang physical at saka sa kanyang mental.
Yes, that's why they also don't eat junk. Kasi they know,
Oo.
I appreciate that my body is healthy. I take care of it.
Value your health.
Yes.
Diba?
And those of your loved ones.
Every component
everybody,
in your life
apektado.
apektado. The dynamics change right away.
Nagbe-benefit lahat.
And
At saka meron kang feeling of enough.
Yan.
Yeah, I have enough. In fact, I have so much.
Apaw-apaw.
Oo,
Diba?
but if you are so proud and then you have all those other bad attitudes, kasi hindi ka grateful
Oo.
then doon nagkakaroon ng iba-ibang problema. You
From,
can't
and
feel,
also
tama
from
na to.
the spiritual aspect, meron sa Psalms, sa Bible, sinabi, I will praise God's name in song and glorify Him with thanksgiving.
Yan.
Okay,
Solomon
di ba?
was- yeah,
Sa Psalms, di ba? So sinasabi na pag meron din tayong gratitude, we glorify God, by singing His names, by praising Him with prayers, mga ganon.
At saka yung nga attitude lagi, giving thanks. No?
Yes.
Not, bigyan mo naman ako nito, bigyan mo naman ako niya. Yun ang pinagdadasal.
such gratitude and thanksgiving, it's all about purity.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful
goodness,
siya eh.
you
oo.
know. So it's something that we all have by nature. This purity of heart is there. It's present in every person. It's just a matter of us putting ourselves in a position where such purity governs our life.
Yes, oo.
Yun ang kumbaga nagiging dominant sa buhay natin,
Yeah.
na nag-guide sa ating buhay.
So maybe we should also thank President Lincoln kasi siya yung nag-mandate na merong Day of Thanksgiving
Yes. Oo.
No?
Ang ano natin doon, meron din nagsabi that it should not be only one day in the year,
Oh yeah.
but every day should be Thanksgiving Day.
Habit nga.
Oo,
Yung
diba?
attitude of gratitude. Make it
Oo.
part of your being.
Oo.
Mm-mm.
Sinabi ni Katrina, grateful po sa mga people who are giving a helping hand sa panahon ng buhay na ako ay may pinagdadaanan.
Mm-mm.
Feel ko po na may mga concern pong tao. Okay? Yes.
oo.
You really feel this with people who try to help you,
Oo.
hindi ba? And
Kasi may
then you are
empathy
so
sila.
grateful for such people, hindi ba?
And then on your part, when nakaraos ka na, kung ano man pinandadaanan mo, then you also become a grateful person and learn to thank others as well. Kasi naramdaman mo yung
Oo.
tuwa nung ganoon.
Oo. So actually, kung every day is Thanksgiving Day, kasi sa Amerika talagang ang mga tao magta-travel from different parts of the country to be together.
Oo, kumbaga
And,
yun ang mas ano nila yun kesa sa Pasko, yung
oo.
Thanksgiving,
Ngayon sa
no?
Philippines naman, we always have different occasions to gather together. Hindi
Tayo
ba?
lahat ng excuse, sige.
Lahat ng birthdays, lahat ng pati mga death anniversary, lahat yan magsasama kahit yung November 1 nga, sasabihin
Oo nga.
mo, ito ay chance for people to come together and show their love for the departed, no? So, maganda rin yan kasi yung mga anak natin, the future generations will also learn that they have to give the time to actually reflect upon the people who took care of them and helped them in their life. Makita nila yung
Don't wait
gratitude.
until they are dead to say nice things about
Oo,
them.
yes.
Tell them today,
Yes.
every day, even if you
And
can.
of course, ang laging nababanggit natin ay Mother Nature. We have to be grateful. And
Yes.
in this show, pinapakita natin what are the gifts of Mother Nature. And therefore, we have to express our gratitude also to Mother Nature,
Yeah,
to
her gifts
Father
are
God,
endless.
every
Oo.
day, kasi every day binibigyan tayo ng blessings, hindi ba?
The biyaya is always there. It's never lacking.
Ah,
We get to breathe every day.
Right.
We
Clean
get to
air,
have sunshine.
drink water,
Yeah.
the sunshine is there. Those are, can you imagine, di ba?
Even things we don't realize that we should be thankful for, di
Di ba,
ba?
for example,
Little bugs and things.
when you're, di ba, thirsty,
oo.
Yeah.
di ba, how the water quenches your thirst,
Yeah. So,
brings relief to your physical and your mental state. And you start, and then air is the same thing.
there's so
Diba?
much to be thankful
When you
for.
breathe
Pag
right,
naglista ka, hindi ka maubusan.
You relax.
Oo.
And then if the food you eat is very healthy, which is given to you by nature,
Fruits
Oh,
and
your
then
body
immediately,
feels happy.
and then, the moment, because that's why we have those choices in life. We have to make, and we have to, kumbaga, that's why our mentors and our guides that helps us in the world tells us, okay, ganito ang naging meron ako karanasan or ganito na yung kaalaman ko. So, sinishare ngayon sa atin. Di ba?
yes.
Minsan kadalasan tayo, pag medyo arrogante ka, hindi mo naririnig eh. Hindi mo nakikita yung
Hindi mo
mensahe.
talaga na-realize yung
Right.
truth. No?
Why do you need to go through life the hard way and learn the hard way? But yet, when
Listen
you
na
hear
lang,
wisdom, you
follow.
listen very well. And then once you listen and you follow, apply it. If this, kumbaga minsan kasi arrogance will make you so, ay, siya lang yun. Ako may iba. May mga ganun yan.
Or sometimes, yun nga, kaya di ba nauso yung mindful eating? Kasi sometimes we're just pushing things into our mouth without really appreciating the person who prepared it, the one who grew the vegetable, the one who
And the source
made it
of all
possible.
sources,
Yeah, all
hindi
of
ba?
that. There's so much there that we're being given. It's not just that spoonful of food, di ba?
Oo.
A lot went into it.
In fact, everything that, kunyari, kumain ka ng watermelon, talagang iba yung taste, hindi ba? Refreshing.
Oo.
You eat, different kinds of fruits like mangoes. Wow! Sa ibang bansa, napakamahal niyan. Pero sa Pilipinas, pwede tayo
Sagana tayo.
yung
So
pagkain kasi,
good here.
Yeah.
food in such natural, kumbaga it's in its
Native
most
oo.
natural state is nourishing.
Yes.
So
Tsaka it's a gift talaga.
when you eat food, minsan kasi sa atin naisip natin parang pagkain lang yun. Di ba? But we never put the time to understand, look, the way such food is produced, it takes so much time, it takes so much effort from nature.
Oo, ilang
to be
taon, no,
able to-
bago mo labas yung fruit na
for a
yan.
tree to bear fruit, mangga in the normal way, 5 to 7 years. Yung sagging, by the time it starts to fruit, it takes at least 1.5 years. Ang
Tsaka
daming
think
mga
about
ganyan.
it, it's perfectly packaged.
Yes.
Ang ganda
It's
ng
nourished,
kulay.
right? It's nourished
Mabango.
properly. Di ba? So, these are, tanggapin natin at magpasalamat tayo sa biyaya.
Oo.
Kasi the more we appreciate such gifts, the more our life will change.
Yeah,
The
for the
more-
better.
For the better.
Oo.
And we don't want to be looking at big things all the time because the tendency of many, kailangan malaki yung mga experience ko o malaki yung matanggap ko para lang ako'y magkaroon ng uring satisfaction.
Let's not believe the advertisers na to be happy we need to buy something.
Yeah.
Oo.
Even the view of a sunset or the sunrise
yeah.
can give you some feeling of satisfaction because you know this is actually a very wonderful view that you're seeing. And the source of that is, of course, the source of all sources.
Makita mo lang yung full moon, yung mga bituin, nakakatuwa, di ba?
Oh yeah, they're here. Abelina Aguas is sharing an experience that she has in her garden.
Oh.
See, the moment you start nurturing, you have vegetables and hey, the moment you start to harvest things,
Oh, let's read her
a person who
message.
is garden, sige.
Always thankful po pag nagdidilig ng halaman kasi yun na po ang exercise ko. Lagi appreciative sa mga tanim, lagi may harvest ng talbos, talong, ampalaya. Thankful din sa shade na binibigay nila. Ay, tama ka. Nako, ang sarap
daming
mag-garden
benefits.
talaga.
Ang dami
Tsaka pag
niyang bibigay na
nagdidilig,
benefits.
relaxing, di ba?
Oo.
Tapos fresco.
Alam niyo yung-
blessings,
Very nice.
ah.
Oo, puro
Blessings.
blessings.
ang may kuya ko na naging bisita namin itong nakaraang linggo, no? Matagal na kami hindi talaga nagkaroon ng bonding.
O kasi
Kasi busy
nag-quarantine
siya.
tayo,
Saka
di ba?
busy siya. Kasi
Oo.
he worked
Ikaw
mataas,
din, busy.
mataas ang position sa gobyerno.
Oo.
Nag-retire siya recently. Sabi ko, kuya, punta ka rito. Alam niyo, nung huling araw, so kailangan ko bigyan siya ng oras. Kasi I got busy that day. But nung hapon, uwi na siya kinabukasan. Sabi ko, lalangoy siya. Kasi gusto niya madama ulit yung dagat. Sige, kuya, samahan kita. Hindi ako equipped. Hindi namin dala yung aming board
Piniram
shorts.
na lang siya ng shorts.
Pinahiram
kuya
niya sa akin yung kanya.
Oo.
Meron pa ako isang extra. So, pagdating namin sa dagat, may alon. Siyempre, he's a lot older than me and hindi siya sanay dito sa dagat.
Sa ating waves ng San
Oo.
Juan, medyo malaking waves.
So, binabantayan ko yung kuya. No? Tapos, sabi niya, lalapit ba ako dyan? Kuya, sumama lang kayo kung nasaan ako. Kasi mas kabisado ko yung alon. Kailan tayo mag-duck dive and things like that para hindi tayo mapalo ng alon. Alam niyo,
May technique kasi sa dagat.
tapos sabi ko, yung umalis na siya, umuwi na, sumulat ako sa Bible namin. Ang sarap nung makasama ko
Nagpasalamat
ulit.
siya, oo.
Bonding tayo, matagal na tayo hindi nagsama ulit. At saka siya rin, ang ano niya na, hindi lang minsanan to, uulitin na. Sabi ko kasi on the end of the day, yan kuya nag-alaga sa iyo yun nung bata ka
Oo.
Pero ngayon, may edad na rin siya. Pero even he will not neglect his duty sa mga, kasi panganay namin kuya.
Super
Kuya nga.
bait. Oo.
Bait. Kaya ang
We're very
laking-laking
thankful they
bagay.
visited. So yung thanking talaga each other, it
The
strengthens
gratitude.
the bonds between
At
us.
saka that simple activity of going into the
Yeah.
ocean together.
Oo,
Yeah.
the
Tapos,
time you spend
memorable.
together.
Napanood namin yung sunset, ang ganda. Tapos sabi ko, kuya, pasok na tayo. Hindi na natin makita yung alon na pumapasok. Baka madala na tayo sa labas. But again, we want to thank everybody
Ayan,
who's
libre.
been
Yung
following
happiness
this
na yan.
show.
Yes.
Alam nyo, maraming salamat sa inyo. We are actually inspired when you come and join us.
Yeah,
And
and share with us.
It's sharing of love. The very
and
basis
knowledge.
of information that we give to uplift our lives. That's the main thing.
Yes.
We always have to remember that we have the guide that we need in our heart who's constantly there giving us, the wisdom that we need to make it so that our life becomes purposeful.
Yes, and fulfilling.
And fulfilling.
Oo.
And that if we are to share this to everybody else and have such a sharing heart, then our lives, the goal of our lives will be achieved.
Oh.
Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Thank you again
Yes.
to everyone.
Okay, keep
Stay
that
safe.
attitude of gratitude
Yeah.
every day.
Stay healthy and keep safe. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you, all of you. Yeah.
Pangkalusugan, pangkalikasan, go Palakas!